Hello everybody and welcome to another Manor Lords guide video. People have been commenting in the Steam discussions and videos of people, and everywhere where Manor Lords is discussed, people have been asking how to upgrade your Burgage plot to a level 2. It seems to be quite difficult for some people to understand how to do it. And I must admit, I personally had a hard time leveling up the Burgage plot in the beginning. So it's not on you. I also had some trouble with it. Let's see, what do we need to level up a Burgage plot? We need, for the Comforts and Convenience quest, we need 3 of those. We need a food stall, firewood stall, and a clothing stall. Those will help getting the Burgage plot as well. But you do need more than just those stalls. That's not the only thing you need. What you need for the Burgage plot is quite simple, actually. You can see right here, to level up to level 2, which with a typo right there, you need 4 timber and a minimum settlement level village. Now we have a small village settlement level here, so that should be fine. We should be good on that. Next level is with more Burgage plots and 10 Burgage plots and a church. I already have 23 Burgage plots, so I have more than enough, I would say. Now, how to level it up? Requirements. This was quite difficult to understand for me personally. But the black diamond looking icon right there, that means requirement not met, or it is not a necessity to level it up, right? So the black diamond means that it is not a necessity to level that one up, to increase that one. The little tiny yellow diamond in the middle means requirement is met. So as you can see right here, we have food, 2 yellow diamonds in the middle, meaning this Burgage plot is receiving 2 different types of food. Number of food types available at the marketplace, 2 different types of food are available. The green one means required for the next residential upgrade. So for the next upgrade, we need everything that is green we need. So we need food, level 2, clothing level 2, entertainment 1, faith 1. And the red means requirement for next residential upgrade will cause a loss of approval if not fulfilled. So this is a little bit confusing. I think this does need a little bit more work, make it a little bit clearer for people, and I think it could definitely use some work. But this is what it means. So black is good, like the black diamond is nothing, that's just empty, don't have to worry about that. The green means you need it for the next upgrade. And the red means you also need it for the next upgrade. And additionally, if you do not fulfill this when the building has been upgraded, it will cause a loss of approval. So that does kind of make sense here. Water and fuel. If you don't have water and fuel, of course, people are gonna riot. The same with food. Food is very important. So if you don't have water, food and fuel, then they will riot, their approval rating will go down, and we have a problem. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps a lot of people already with, figuring out how to do this on their own. But let's continue with the video, and I'm gonna show you how to get some more different types of food, how to get clothing, how to get entertainment, and how to get the faith requirement diamond. Let's start. So as you can see on the Burgage plot, I already have 2 of the requirements met right there, 2 of the food types, and I probably have way more than I need. As you can see, I have meat, I have vegetables, berries, eggs and milk. So I have probably 5 food types right now available to everybody, which is plenty. However, you can get even more. Now, how did I get this meat? Of course, you can get from the hunting camp. By hunting, you can get the berries from the berry resources right there. But that's seasonal, so you cannot do that during the winter. Vegetables we can get from the extensions from the Burgage plots. Just like with the eggs and the milk, you can also get that from the extensions of the Burgage plot. If you want a little bit more detail about that, then I highly recommend checking out the videos in the guides of Manor Lords that I have made so far. Because there should be a video back there about the Burgage plot, extensions, and you know, what you can get from that. Definitely check that out. Same with the meat for the hunting. Also have a video about that. I'm trying to make a video about everything. So definitely just check out those guides if you want to know more about Manor Lords. So now you know a little bit more about how to get those food types. But there is one more I want to talk about, which is bread, of course. Bread is in every single medieval city builder. Is a food type you're gonna want to make, which is usually OP. It is usually really good. It's really awesome. And in this game, it is no different. Now, please note, I already have 900 food available, so we already have more than enough. But let's get even more, shall we? Alright, so to get more food for your Burgage plot for the requirement, what you can do is you can build a farmhouse, which I've already done and also discussed in another video. You can get the ember, and that will create a wheat, which will turn into grain in the farm building, will be turned into grain. And then your granary will hold a ton of grain, which can be used for the creation of bread, of course. So let's build ourselves the windmill first. The mighty windmill. We the Dutch people really love our windmills, and I am no different. We're going to build our beautiful little windmill right here. And please note also that the efficiency of the windmill depends on the amount of trees and buildings nearby. If there's too many buildings or too many trees, you can see the efficiency plummeting down. So please do put it somewhere where there's not a lot of trees and there's not a lot of buildings nearby, so that you can get the highest efficiency possible. Now, 100% efficiency is really not necessary. You can get away with 90. That is no problem at all. So I'm going to build it right around here somewhere. 90 efficiency. That's good enough for me. And 1 mill is also enough for quite a long time. You really don't need more than 1. Unless you like them having in your having them in your city, because they do look quite nice. Let's speed up the production for that. Let's prioritize building that as soon as possible. And then after the windmill, we are going to need something else. We are also going to need a communal oven, which will use the flour created from the windmill, and it will be made into the bread that we need. So let's build the bread. Let's do that right over. Let's do that right over here. A little bit away from the windmill, not too far, and also pretty close to both the granaries that I have, so that they don't have to walk too far to transport the grain and the flour and the bread later on. That will be awesome. Now let's put somebody in that windmill. It is already done. Let's start working there. Let's put 2 people in there. You can already see grain being put in there, and soon being made into flour. Look at that. Look at how wonderful that is. Wonderful flour. We have 1.6k grain right now, which will turn into a whole lot of flour, which in turn will create a whole lot of bread. Look at that. The communal oven is also done. Let's put some folks in there too. There we go. Wonderful. And let's speed that up a little bit more, so that we can get on with the next part of the video. There we go. Flour is being put in the communal oven, and instantly almost creating bread on the 16 times speed, of course. It does take a little bit longer when you're playing on the normal speed setting, of course. But look at that bread coming in. We already have 10 bread being made. And this is gonna sustain us for ages. Ages. We have so much grain, so much flour, which can be made from it. This is gonna feed our people for a very, very long time. And that will also give us more food for the Burgage plot requirement. Now that we have the windmill and the bread making out of the way, let's move on to the next things. Because there is a lot to do for getting this level 2 Burgage plot. We also need more clothing types. Now, I should already have some type of clothing being made. Leather. We have been selling leather, so let's turn that off. I don't want to sell any more leather right now. We want to keep it. We want to keep it for our people. We don't need to sell it. What I will sell, however, because earning regional wealth is important, I will start selling some bread after a certain target. Alright, so the next thing we need is more clothing. We already have clothing. We have, we have leather being made here at the tannery, which is needed for the people to make their own clothes. Right now in the demo, we do not actually have a building to make leather clothing. But as soon as the pellets are made into leather and the villagers have access to the leather, it seems like they create their own clothes. So you don't have to worry about that just yet. And the same is true for cloth and for yarn. So leather is being made. That is awesome. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Then let's move on to the Weaver Workshop. The Weaver Workshop will convert wool into yarn and flax into linen. Now, I already have sheep. I already have made a video about that. So we have wool being made somewhere. Yeah, we have 13 wool right now. Not a lot, but it's a start. And we also have a field up here creating our flax. So we also have that. So let's build the Weaver's Workshop right here somewhere. Perfect placement right there. Awesome. The Weaver Workshop has been made. So they should start creating, once I put some people in there at least, they should start creating some yarn and they should start creating some cloth. Which will give us the, which will give the people the option to make clothing. Now let's move over to the next thing. Entertainment. Or actually, no, let's not move over to the next thing. Because there is something I should have done earlier. I completely forgot to do that. As you can see down here, we need to make a food stall, firewood stall, clothing stall. And those are important for giving the people what they need as well. The requirement for clothing will probably not be met unless you make the stall. So you definitely need to do that. Let's make the stall right now. Let's go to the village tab, market area. Let's create a little market area right around there. Perfect. There we go. Then let's make ourselves another little road back there. There we go. Just to make it look nice. Another road back there. And then let's do some stalls. Let's do a food stall right there. Let's do another food stall right there. Firewood stall. And I'm gonna do multiple clothing stalls. Because it seems like the storage for these stalls is not a lot. It's like 15 or something. More often than not, it seems like if you have only one clothing stall, they will only have one resource in them. This might not always be the case, but that's what I have noticed personally. So I do recommend getting yourselves some extra stalls to make sure that your people are getting what they need. There we go. That's probably way too many, but it will do. While that is being built, let's focus on something else and we'll come back to this later. So another requirement we need for... oh, I didn't mean to do that. Another requirement we need is entertainment and faith. Faith is quite simple. Faith is really easy. You just go over to the village tab, you go over to the church, and you build yourself, of course, a mighty church. That will help with the faith requirement for your villagers. So after that's built, every one of your villagers should immediately or shortly after have that requirement met. No problem whatsoever. Sounds easy? It is easy. That's awesome. That means we have time to move over to the next one, the tavern. Now the tavern is a little bit more tricky, as it requires you to do a couple of steps. You need to have a farm field filled with barley, this one right here. You need to have barley being made in your farm, which can be processed into malt and then into ale. So let's go over to construction, go over to industry, and then we can see here, work in progress image, but we can see here a malt house converts barley into the malt, which is what we needed. So let's build that right now. Let's build that, let's build it right here. I think that's a good spot for it. Let's build that one right there. And then we also have a brewery. And the brewery will, of course, convert the malt into ale. And then the ale can be served at the tavern. There we go. Let's build that one. And let's choose a nice place for the tavern as well. Alright, I placed some more houses down for more population, and I also made this nice little road around the church that was built in the meantime. And let's put the tavern right here. I think that's a nice spot. It's gonna be like the center of this this little town here. It's not that large, so that's good. Let's put it a little bit away from the church though, because I don't think the church will appreciate the drunken customers all the time around their church. So let's, you know, let's just be nice to them and help out a little bit with that. Build a nice little road around it in the meantime too. Doesn't hurt to make it look nice. So let's wait for that one to be built. Let's speed up the gameplay a little bit. In the meantime, let's take a look. We do have these market stalls now. So we can assign people to start working there. Let's assign a couple of people at the clothing stalls. Those are most important right now, to be honest. And all the other ones, let's do the enable idle laborers. Maybe the firewood is more important. Let's not do that one right there. And the clothing stall, this one, we can do enable idle laborers as well. There we go. Oh, we got a message from the king. We have taxes to pay apparently, but that's not something we want to worry about right now. That will be for another video. Alright, so those markets have been set up. They should be starting, you know, people should start to work there, put things there. And then the requirements for clothing and such should be fulfilled soon. Looks like we already have fulfilled the faith of building the church. That's good. And soon, hopefully, these will fill in as well. I have already assigned someone to work at the malt house. So malt is being created. We already have somebody working at the brewery as well. So we have ale being created too. You should be able to see that. Let's see, not here. But we should be able to see that right here. Yes, ale is being made right now. We have 3 of them. Not that many. But it is a start. Oh, and look at that. Looks like this Burgage plot already is receiving 1 piece of clothing item at least. So that is filling up nicely. Really good, really good. Let's take a look at the clothing stalls. Yeah, so we have leather in that one. Leather in that one. Also leather in this one. Yeah, we have a lot of leather for some reason. For some reason, they prefer to pick that one. Hopefully they will pick up some of the other stuff as well. Alright, and there we go. Now we also have the other clothing item. Yeah, cloth is being put in there. Awesome. No yarn yet, but that's fine. At least we have 2 out of... at least we have all 2 of the requirements met right now. That is amazing. We have food, we have clothing, we have faith. And now the only thing to do is build that tavern. And as soon as that one is built and we put workers in there, we will be able to sell the ale to the village people. There we go. Put workers in there. Speed up the time. Wait for ale to be stored up in here. And then soon after, we should be able to start upgrading all our Burgage plots. There we go. And as soon as the ale hits the tavern, you can see right up there, 29 Burgage plots have all met the requirements that they needed to be able to upgrade. You can also see this if you zoom out. I believe you could anyway. Oh yeah, if you hover over this, yes. If you hover over the ready to upgrade, you can see all the Burgage plots that are ready to upgrade. And we have a lot of them, as you can see. There's only a couple that are not ready yet, it seems. I don't know why. But look at all those Burgage plots that are ready to upgrade. Let's start doing that. Let's finish this mission. Let's upgrade at least 3 Burgage plots. We need 4 timber for each one, so we do need quite a bit of timber. I don't know why we don't have that many. I mean, I guess we did do a whole lot of building today. So we need to make sure that we are getting enough timber from there. And I guess let's start upgrading stuff. We have our first Burgage plot ready to go. Burgage plot level 2. That is how it's done, people. That is how it's done. And then, as you can see, there are no more requirements right now for the next level. I guess level 2 is the maximum of what we can go in the demo right now. But I am pretty sure that there's going to be more upgrades later down the line. When the game is in a more finished state. And you can also see now that we actually have the third requirement for the clothing too. So we have both clothing, leather and yarn all ready to go. We have plenty of food, entertainment and faith. That is awesome. And we can upgrade some warehouses. So let's keep upgrading until we have the third one at least. That we can complete that mission. So there we go, people. That is how you complete the quest for the king. That is awesome. We have done it. We have 3 level 2 Burgage plots. For some reason it doesn't recognize it down below here. Maybe that's because of the demo. But we definitely do have these 3 plots now. Look at the difference. Level 1 Burgage plot. And the level 2s. Look at how amazing that is. I hope this video was helpful to you all. If it was, then please remember to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and want to see more Manor Lords, other city builders, open world survival kind of games. I do a lot of different games on the channel. And I will also be doing more guides on Manor Lords. Guides, gameplay videos, live streams as well. Definitely check it out, subscribe, and if you want to see more of Manor Lords, check out these playlists right here. Thanks for watching, until next time.